My name is Charles Tran with the Novice Builder, where every expert was once a novice. In part 3, we covered how to erect the walls, install interior framing, and tie everything together structurally using top plates. If you haven't watched part 3 of my first floor framing yet, I've put the link down in the description, or you can head over to my channel, The Novice Builder. Now, in part 4, we'll focus on adding critical support and strength to the frame, starting with the installation of floor joist and joist header, followed by sheathing the exterior to enclose and stiffen the structure. Let's get into it. Step 9. Floor joist and joist header. At this stage, you'll install the floor joists and joist headers that frame and support the first floor decking. These components span across the foundation and help distribute loads from above, including staircases and interior walls. For these structural elements, use 12 by 12 southern pine, or as specified by your engineering requirements. This size provides the strength and load-bearing capacity needed for major support points, while southern pine is known for its durability, density, and excellent structural performance. Here's how the team installs floor joists. First, each joist is placed right on its layout mark. They're spaced 16 inches apart, center to center. Once all the joists are in position, it's time to nail them down using a nail gun. Now, it's time to toe nail. This method helps lock the joist in place by driving nails at an angle, anchoring it securely to the support below. The team uses 16D nails. They're 3.5 inches long and designed for structural framing. The tip of the nail gun is positioned about 1 to 1.5 inches up from the bottom of the joist and held at a 45-degree angle. The nail is fired in carefully, making sure it seats fully without overdriving. Repeat on the other side, and that joist is locked in solid. Floor joists aren't just one long piece of wood. Lumber only comes in standard lengths, like 16 or 20 feet. Anything longer is rare, expensive, and hard to handle. If the floor span is longer than the lumber, 2 joists are connected to make one solid length. To do it right, always connect them over a solid support, like a beam or a load-bearing wall. Never leave the joint floating mid-span. Line up the ends of both joists so they meet directly over the beam. For added strength, overlap the 2 pieces by at least 12 to 24 inches, or as much as your layout allows. Then, nail the overlapping section together using 10D or 16D nails, spaced every 6 to 8 inches. Once all your floor joists are in and lined up, it's time to install the joist header. This is the piece that ties all the joist ends together and helps distribute the load. Start by measuring the total width across your joists, then cut your header to fit. Position the header snug against the ends of the joists. Make sure it sits flush and even across the top. Using a framing nailer and 3.5-inch nails, toe nail through the joists into the header at an angle, or face nail straight through the header into each joist if there's access. 2 nails per joist is standard, and that's it. A solid header locks the joists in place and completes the outer frame of the floor system. Step 10. Sheathing the exterior. Once the structure is supported, it's time to enclose and reinforce the walls. Use 15 by 32-inch CDX plywood to sheath the exterior. Panels can be run vertically or horizontally, based on your design and engineering specs. When installing exterior sheathing on first floor framing, use 8D common nails, 2.5 inches long, perfect for most panels. Nail edges every 6 inches and 12 inches in the field. For high wind or seismic zones, tighten it up. 4 inches on edges, 8 in the field. Proper sheathing adds significant racking resistance and prepares your frame for siding and weatherproofing. That completes part 4. With the structural beams in place and the exterior fully sheathed, your first floor frame is now solid, enclosed, and ready for the next phase. In the next video, we'll move on to second floor framing part 1, covering real cost savings, smart planning and measuring, and the tools used to get it done right. Be sure to check out the links in the description below to watch my complete framing playlist or subscribe to my channel, The Novice Builder. It really helps me keep creating more helpful and engaging videos for you. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your tips, questions, or suggestions. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out my upcoming project and videos.